where black people and white people talk nonsense. I thought MMA bookie was out of Afghanistan. It might be Pakistan, but I thought it was Afghanistan. It's one of those. One of those stands.
Stands. Well, it's not Dagestan. I'm good.
Your stand.
I wrote you 8 months ago, but you ain't got
your betting
my
is not going your way lately, bro. You're correct. It's not really. My brother won $750 on a parlay in the Super Bowl. Ooh. And you know what he did? He didn't bet on anybody to win. He just bet on props.
Yeah, we're not gonna give people who don't help us out fucking time in our show.
He went full Tourette's and autistic for real. Listen, I have Tourette's. Isn't Dan on the spectrum? Like, come on, guys. Don't be like that.
Don't be like that. I'm encouraging all Tourette's jokes in the chat.
No, Ray
give
was
a one
calling
if you
my
have a
shit
Tourette's
out.
joke.
I was calling my shit out in Vegas like I wasn't aware I was doing Tourette's shit.
It's the first time I've ever witnessed you do it in person. You talked about it.
Fucking get over it.
I wasn't making fun of you. It was just telling you, like, hey, I noticed this as a friend for the first time, and it's not weird. It's okay.
I knew it happened, and I knew you were in the room.
Yeah. This one was a submission as well, actually.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what submission this was. Was this a rear naked choke? What was this? Like, I saw all these fights, but I just fucking saw them. Like, come on, Tim.
I can't remember. Hold on. Maybe it'll come up here. Because I'm an asshole and forget stuff. Because I'm usually fucked up. Which I didn't get that fucked up, actually.
I would love to be on the floor for a UFC show just to say I did it, but like...
I want to do a pay-per-view where you can at least, like, hobnob with fucking, like, the fighters and shit, or take photos, do all that kind of shit.
Fred's gonna have 3 restraining orders against them by the time it's over.
Yeah.
And it's all guys, too. It's not like...
It's like, oh, Dan Henderson punched me in the face and said, no, I won't take a photo with you. So good. So
my bookie makes you bet on draws, huh? Huh. But they also ran out of Afghanistan a couple reasons. Number one, if they became a sponsor like they are of the MMA holes, then yes, I would use that.
What's up, fuckers? How you guys doing? It's just me for right now. It is so bad. It is so bad. Eminem is not that good. I'll be having that conversation probably with my guest co-host, Tommy Eckel. Will be coming around as well. Tim got into a car accident, by the way. Not a joke. Hit a deer driving to Columbus. And I'm gonna play this. Just because it needs to be played, which is a voicemail that I got from Tim. Let me see. I gotta find it. That's not it. Oh yeah, here it is.
Hi, Raymond. It's me, Tim. We've met. I'm at Allen's now to watch his dogs, and man, was it a hell of a time getting down here, Ray. 16 West on Newark. A deer jumped over the barricade in the middle of the highway and then right into my car. There's no possible way I could have seen it. As soon as I saw it, I hit it. You know, I couldn't see on the other side because the barricade was too high. So as soon as it jumped over, it was there, and I hit it at like 60 miles an hour. It's dead, and my car's fucked. So that's that, you know. So I'm at Allen's. Jason came and picked me up from Newark. I'm at Allen's now, and my car's fucked. So that's that.
Yeah, that's the voicemail I got from Danko. When he was in Columbus, he's watching his dog or his friend Alan, who's been on the show, watching his dogs for the weekend. Apparently hit a car or a deer at about 60 miles an hour. So I'm going to have a guy that's been on the show before, Tommy Eckel. He'll be joining us. And also, yes, pray for Tim. The deer's dead, Pulse. The deer's dead. So no prayers to the deer. Prayers to Danko, though. Hopefully he's doing well. I'll probably convince him to, like, pop on just to talk about what happened on the on the car accident. But anyway, we got Tommy Eckel coming up about 24 minutes. And while he's doing that, he's getting home, getting ready. I am going to finally, and I've said I've wanted to do this on the show just because, for the amount of alcohol we drink on this show, you would think that me and Danko combined have a fuck ton of DUIs / OVIs, depending on where you live. About a month ago, I got an OVI, which is operating a vehicle intoxicated, which was fun. Let me tell you, they did the whole battery of stuff. Had a panic attack while it was going on, like massive. I couldn't walk for a minute. I was so scared. And it was, I was nice to the cops. I see a lot of times, people aren't nice to police officers anymore. And my whole thing is be nice to them regardless. Like, if they're giving you shit, okay. But if it's like some flunky on the force who's like been in for 3 years, be nice to that fucker. He gets to see all the bad shit from the fucking generation before. Give him a little hello. How are you? Got charged with the OVI. It was the 29th of March. And I got sentenced on last Thursday. That's why I wasn't on the 200th episode of Bro Plata. And it was a bad day. A lot of stuff I'm starting to realize that I have to deal with is like coming in. Got work privileges, so at least I have that. Hopefully I can stay on that place. They've been nice to me. They've been great to me. And I want to give them a shout out. I won't name them just because, but it's, shout out to my coworkers and my boss and everybody in that one. But I got fingerprinted. There's not a mugshot out there, which is weird. We've been looking for it for a couple months now, or for a month now, and it does not come up, which is sad because I want my mugshot to be like for famous people. I want people to see my mugshot. It's one of those things where you gotta take the good with the bad, is what I say. But I got isn't an OVI Drake's label. Possibly. I do not know that off the top of my head. I'm drinking the Budweiser. It's a cheap beer. And I got a 20-pack. I'm broke now, but I got a 20-pack. All right? I don't care about beer. So what? They put Dylan Mulvaney. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care about the politics side. Just give me alcohol and give me weed, and I'm going to be happy. It's all I care about, man. I work to buy two things, pot and alcohol. Those are my two things that help me in life, bro. I love you, Ryan. We've played a lot of games of Fortnite, but no. I'm going to continue drinking the piss water that I'm already drinking. I got, it was in Cuyahoga Falls, of all places, right near the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls. I was driving to a gas station that serves food called Sheets, or not Sheets, Get Go, which is an offshoot of another place called Giant Eagle, which is like an East Coast thing, and blew a red light and got pulled over. Knew I was fucked. Like, you ever have that feeling in the air? You ever, like, you feel something go wrong with what's going on in your life, and you're just like, oh no, here's the thing I've been dreading. And the cops did an OVI. Like I said, my legs, I couldn't feel my legs. I was so paralyzed with fear. Like, it really was not good. I was like, I knew, and my whole body just shut down. I have that feeling almost daily. So do I. Luckily, some days you roll the dice and it's okay. Well, that's why you're fans of crippling anxiety. That's why you're here, bro. This is why. Bro plotter, baby. Yeah, so had that. And got charged at the police station. Again, didn't do shit, didn't fight him, didn't say anything. Just did my time, and came out of it with a bunch of other stuff that I have to obviously do now. But I got charged officially. Ray, you drinking again? Yes, Casey, I am. One of the perks that I luckily got was no probation. The only thing I have to do is like a 3-day thing in a hotel for a weekend, basically. Go to like a Mothers Against Drunk Driving thing, which, again, I don't leave the house when I podcast. So I decide to drink right there. And also started smoking weed again, which might be a good thing or a bad thing for the show. Who knows? But we shall see. Especially Danko when he comes back. Hotel foot rub convention for old ladies. I wish. No, it's not. It's basically going to be faces of death. I know. They're probably going to show parts of, like, car accidents and fatal shit. And I have a sick sense of humor. I have a sick sense of humor. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I already know. I'm going in sober, so I'm going to have to deal with it with a smile on my face, and that's not going to make people happy at all. Yeah, no probation, so I can smoke weed and drink again. And I know a lot of you guys who watch us smoke weed, and if you take a break for a while, like I took a break, you're going to be like Peter Griffin when he went to the feminine sensitivity thing. Yeah, it's going to be a weird, yeah. I'm going to be just making jokes the entire time, probably. And not intentionally. I want to say that. This is on video on YouTube. People can look this up. But, like, it's just who I am. When I'm uncomfortable with shit, like, anybody probably has ever been on Grindface. If you've never been on Grindface or Shiz Mobbin on Instagram, go check it out. It's some of the most... It's like Derek Lewis. We all know Derek Lewis posts crazy bullshit on his Instagram. And, like, that's Shiz Mobbin and Grindface are the two that'll show you a lot. I'm going to sadly be laughing. Not going to be good. So, I took a tolerance break. That week sucked more than Jeff Molina. Yeah, for a month. It was towards the end, like once I got sentenced with the OVI, it was one of those things where I lawyered up. He got me a sweetheart deal. Really did. Shout out to my lawyer on that. But yeah, it was when I got the deal I did, was happy about it. But it sucked because now I can't drive for a year outside of work. When I actually asked my lawyer once we left the courthouse if I could smoke weed again, he laughed at me and then like said, yeah, you don't have to check in with anybody, so which is good. And I don't know. And Pulse, is that like the lowest you've ever gone? Yeah, I want to know that. Is that like the longest you've ever gone without smoking is like a week? Because after a month, bro, to quote Matt Riddle, it got wild. It's been, my tolerance is so low that it feels good again. It's like being reborn. You got a 502. I don't know what a 502 is, sir. I don't know, but I definitely got a DUI. So that's what I've been talking to them about. Hey John, good to see you, baby. I haven't smoked weed in a year. I dare you to smoke a joint sometime in the near future and videotape it. Put it on the internet. Tag me. I want it. I want to see that. I just want to see your face where you're high as fuck. That's all I want. Because, this is the first time in a long fucking time that I've actually smoked weed or gone without smoking weed. And I missed it. Missed it a lot. I missed the feeling. Ouch, buddy. Sorry to hear about the DUI. It is what it is. Probably would, especially since you're close to Cali there, Casey. But yeah, the story, I told the story already, but luckily got a sweetheart deal, like I said, no probation. A bunch of other stuff that is happening right now that I'm trying not to think about. That's a byproduct of the DUI. So I luckily also don't have to have party plates. I don't know how I had to fucking didn't have to do that. That made me happy. To know that I won't have the yellow plates. New York has yellow plates. But yeah, I was off it for a month, John. It was not fun, bro. It was not fun at all to go without it, man. It was definitely rough. Definitely very rough. But finally I got it taken care of. We got also my buddy Tommy's going to be here in about 10 minutes. The one thing that I will say is I tried my whole life to avoid handcuffs. Because when you're a kid and you go into a cop car and you're like, oh, I don't want to be here. It's an okay experience as long as you may have fun with it. But also well, they should, to be honest. That should be where all the gangbangers in LA do target practice on, is pedo plate cars. But it's one of those things too, man. When you're in the booking area and everything, it can get bad. It can get bad feeling wise. I didn't like it. Obviously, I'm not supposed to, but it was definitely an eye-opening experience. And I won't drink and drive anymore. That's about it. Everything else, it's basically going to be Ubers for my fat ass for the rest. I'm never going to drive my car. That's going to be the sad part. But yeah, it's one of those. It happened. And now I got to deal with the consequences. And do the whole hotel bullshit, and do all that. So it sucks. Only the court costs were about $800, which wasn't that bad. I think I got $1,000, a $1,500 fine I got to pay at the, what do you call it, the BMV or DMV, depending on where you're at. So, but yeah, I was with Danko when it happened also, and hopefully he's okay as well. We're going to talk more About a bunch of shit. I want to talk about the Rockhold versus Perry BKFC fight. Watched that. Watched Eddie Alverez basically demolish somebody from him being a thing. Yeah, it definitely was a BKFC night. Mike Perry getting the dub in the second round of that fight. And I got to say, one of the more successful people in mixed martial arts right now is Platinum Mike Perry. The motherfucker has been doing other sports. He's been a just bona fide G at bare knuckle fighting. Who knew that Mike Perry was going to be such a savage at bare knuckle? I didn't. I really didn't. Platinum Perry is the dude at BKFC. Fuck yes, he is. Beating up Rockhold, who had, I think, what was it, a 3-inch height advantage, and like a 3 or 4 inch reach advantage on Mike Perry, and he goes full Tasmanian Devil on Luke Rockhold, and I think Rockhold needs to be done. Can he just like not do fighting anymore? Like can we just like get Luke Rockhold a nice rocking chair and get himself, tucked in, maybe a cigar and some brandy by his side. But let's put him out to pasture. All right? Let's put the motherfucker out to fucking pasture because I'm tired of watching him lose. Like, I liked Luke Rockhold. I thought he was one of the best fighters in the UFC at the time. I really thought Luke Rockhold, when he was running through motherfuckers, he looked amazing. Now he looks like he doesn't have it anymore. Doesn't look like he wants it anymore. His last fights in the UFC were kind of trash. This BKFC thing, he was good until the first minute, or for the first round. I actually thought he got some really good things. Kind of staggered Mike Perry, did what he had to do. But that second round, when he broke his tooth, and he just was like, I'm out, fam. I'm out. I gotta go. I've never seen that before. Except for that guy who walked out years ago. I think against, wasn't it Deontay Wilder was fighting him or something like that, and he just gets out of the ring. I mean, he just, Luke Rockhold, I don't want to see get beaten up anymore. I don't need a death rattle. Yeah, okay. One out of how many right now? I mean, he's got knocked out, and he did the death rattle against Michael Bisping and lost the welterweight title. I believe welterweight, yeah? No, middleweight. Middleweight championship. Middleweight? Fuck. But ever since then, he had a piece of himself. I talked about this with Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is not the same fighter anymore. Neither is Luke Rockhold. Mike Perry looks like he can fight in a goddamn a 10-man NHB tournament tomorrow and come in maybe top 3. He looks fantastic. I don't know what he did, but god damn it, did Mike Perry. Mike Perry has had one of the biggest career turnarounds. His girlfriend in his corner, just being there, telling him, you got him, baby, you got him, baby. That's all he does. It's wild, Mike Perry. He fired his coaches and came out just with his girlfriend and won fights. Mike Perry is one of the greatest success stories of trash in modern day mixed martial arts. And I love him for it. Mike Perry, and yeah, I saw the thing with Conor as well. Conor needs to step back before he even does this. I don't want him in BKFC. I want him in a UFC octagon. Retire from there first. Then you go do the knuckle up with Big Dan Murgliata, whoever else was refereeing. When Luke almost beat Machida to death with elbows to the side of his head, he was nice. Yeah, but I mean, Perry drinks horse scum. You know what? It does have, apparently, Tyson Fury has been accused of injecting horse semen as well into his body. So hats off to Mike Perry. He went from kicking plate glass windows to winning bare knuckle. Who fucking saw that with Mike Perry in like 10 years ago or 5 years ago? When we had Mike Perry in the UFC, it was like, oh my God, Mike Perry's going to be on. What's it going to be like, dude? What's it going to be? But now he's renaissanced himself in bare knuckle. He looks like a dude who will throw down bare knuckle in an alley for like $50 and a bag of Coke. Like, that's what Mike Perry looks like. He is the poster boy. Screw Eddie Alverez, Chad Mendes, Luke Rockhold. BKFC, you have your Conor McGregor. His name is Mike Perry. All right? He deserves everything he is getting. I mean, the man is a fucking national treasure, and he's showing to be really good at bare knuckle fighting. I mean, he works the body. And you don't, usually guys will just go for headshots and swing because they want the highlights. Mike Perry's technical as fuck when it comes to bare knuckle. I mean, I've seen some bare knuckle fights where it's like they aren't going to the body. They're just beating each other about the head and neck area with their fists. And yet Mike Perry and Big Ben, and that lesbian lady. I don't know the lesbian lady, but Big Ben, Mike Perry, though, dude, is a goddamn poster child for bare knuckle boxing. Like, this man should be making decent money. He probably, hopefully, did. I mean, I'm praying that this got a good, like, a buy rate on a subscription or just you know a pay-per-view buy, because Mike Perry is who you want as a bare knuckle promotion. If I was to start a bare knuckle promotion tomorrow, it's going to be Mike Perry. Mike Perry is one of my first signees ever because he has the look. He comes out with fists, just literally no tape on the knuckles, and he looks like he belongs. And America needs a good bare knuckle modern day story. Perry and McNuggets in BKFC, I'm buying. I'm definitely, if Conor decides to go to bare knuckle boxing, because they were fighting at, I think it was like 184 or something. It was light heavyweight for bare knuckle boxing. And Mike Perry, Conor could do it. I want him to finish out his career in the UFC. But I did see that Conor was chirping. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with him getting into other avenues just because it's Conor McGregor. But I got to get more into Mike Perry because this man, like, what a story. Luke Rockhold came into this basically, it looks like, for a paycheck. I don't understand why he did come in here, fight Mike Perry. Your tooth gets chipped. I have a video, actually, of Luke Rockhold. This is from his Instagram, but it's on bjpenn.com's Twitter, that shows the aftermath of Franken Rockhold over here. Let me bring this down here. I'm going to try and widen it out. There we are.
Well, fuck. What can I say? You can check bare knuckle off the list. Some crazy shit. Those little knuckles.
Hold on. Look at his face. Look at his fucking face. Those are broken teeth, bro. Like, he looks okay. He looks Luke Rockholdy over here. But then you just get over to the other side of his fucking
knuckles
face.
Got me.
He looks like he's wearing the Joker costume makeup from Batman 1989. Like, he looks fucked. He looks like he could be in a Dick Tracy movie with Al Pacino. Like, he looks fucked up from this. And I'm not saying Mike Perry got
Square
out
on the
of this,
front too.
but yeah,
Maybe a beard.
a beard ain't gonna help you, bro. A beard's not gonna help him. The fuck? Yeah, man. I'm like chrome it out. Oh my. I'm not even using any kind of background. It's just my head. I'm Jambi from Pee-wee's Playhouse. Mecca Lecca High. But no, yeah, man. And they sold out in Denver, which is insane. I didn't look up. Probably a couple thousand. I'm gonna say, well, how much do you think? How many people were at the place? Perry made 250,000. Luke made 200. I would have actually paid Luke 150 and given Mike that extra 50 for just the performance. I mean, he got in there. He got into it like a fight with his ex-girlfriend. He got hardcore on Luke Rockhold. And again, where the L is Tim? Tim got hit a deer, fucked his car up, and I'm waiting on a guy to come in named Tommy Eckel. I'm going to have him in a little bit here talking with us. But, dude, Mike Perry, if BKFC doesn't put the full weight of their, like, advertising around him and, you know, uses him to the fullest advantage, they're missing out, bro. Missing out. He's fast. He throws a damn good body shot. He hit Luke Rockhold in the dick, by the way, which it's an absolute Mike Perry in bare knuckle boxing thing for Mike Perry to do. But Mike Perry, bro, I know I've said Mike Perry's name like 80 times now, but like I'm amazed at this goofball for being good at bare knuckle boxing. Like, he's fucking people up, son. And it's interesting to watch the rise of this man. And a man who is definitely on the downslope of his life because he is on Bro Plata is Tommy Eckel, my buddy, comic, and fun dude to be around. What's up, buddy?
Living the dream. Where's Danko? I can't see him.
Danko actually, you want me to play you? You want me to play you the audio?
Let's hear it.
All right, I played it earlier before I talked about my OVI shit, but I get a thing from him. Let me find it. It's a little ways. He apparently hit a deer on Route 16, going about 60 miles an hour. Fucking totaled his car completely. And yeah, so he's sitting in Columbus, and he goes, I just have a bruise on my stomach from the seatbelt, and my hypochondria is convincing me that I might die from internal bleeding. Yeah, that's that. But here's the audio, bro.
Hi, Raymond. It's me, Tim. We've met. I'm at Allen's now to watch his dogs, and man, was it a hell of a time getting down here, Ray. 16 West on Newark. A deer jumped over the barricade in the middle of the highway and then right into my car. There's no possible way I could have seen it. As soon as I saw it, it hit it. You know, I couldn't see on the other side because the barricade was too high. So as soon as it jumped over, it was there, and I hit it, and I hit it at like 60 miles an hour. It's dead. And my car's fucked. So that's that, you know. So I'm at Allen's. Jason came and picked me up from Newark. I'm at Allen's now, and my car's fucked. So that's that.
First of all, when he said bear, then the bear, I went, what the fuck about a bear now? Like, he said deer.
He ran into Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, it was actually the deer was being ran. I lost it. Damn it. But, no, yeah, man. So he's not on the show today. He's kind of resting up, and he did Thursday show, which was our 200th episode, which I was not on. I was high in crippling depression from the day that was, so it's okay. I can drink again. So woohoo!
All right, fair enough.
How you been, buddy?
Fat.
I mean, aren't we all at this point? It's the leading cause of death in our country, and still hasn't killed Danko, which gives me hope for the world. Maybe we can take more than what Danko has done to his body.
Danko's not like. I feel like his Tourette's helps him vibrate and keep the fat loose, though.
Oh no, it's solid as fuck. All right, I saw it in Vegas. His body looked like his man boobs kind of look like a snail, and his stomach was like the actual beginnings of a shell. Like it looked like if he would have had scales, I would have either thought he was a part turtle or had shingles. I don't know. It's scary, the shape of his stomach.
If Danko developed a shell, that would be hilarious.
Oh, he already has mentally, so why not physically, I say. Make yourself Adam Warlock from Marvel. Let's do it.
I completely agree. Like, at what point do we have to make Danko into, like, he looked like Casey from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the turtle from Rocko's Modern Life had a child.
Yeah. Filbert and Casey?
Yeah. Because Filbert had, like...
Sheldon. It was Sheldon. Yeah.
Yeah, because he somehow had bad posture and was overweight as a turtle.
Yeah, he looks like what I would assume Franklin will look like in his mid-30s, you know?
He looks like he's constantly ready for a Mick Foley cosplay contest.
Mm-hmm. Always. He shaves that goatee properly and only has the goatee, which saddens me that he can't grow a beard. Like you and I grow great beards. He, on the other hand, has barely anything, and it saddens me as a man. I'm like, why? What happened, bruh? Oh God, that was my ear.
Yeah, what was that?
I have no idea. It sounded like you.
It might have been I was moving something because I wanted to set.
Ah, okay.
Wanted to set you right here.
Ooh.
At least try to. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mention that. I didn't talk about that, which was one of our favorite. I don't know about you, but my favorite thing to watch if I had a sick day or a fucking snow day on WGN America was the Jerry Springer Show, and died last Thursday.
Was he from Chicago?
I don't know if he was from Chicago. Let me look it up.
Because he was like mayor in Columbus, wasn't he, at one point?
Cincinnati, Ohio, actually.
Oh, the old breeding place of John Moxley. All right.
Yes, and also the current place of Daniel Brady. I miss the man. He's supposed to be on today, but he was tired from his comedy festival that he put on in Erie. What was I looking up? I was looking up something. Oh, Jerry Springer, where he's from.
Yeah. Hi, Dayton. That'd be my guess.
He was actually born in London.
Ohio?
No, UK. Apparently he was born in High Tube Station, London, United Kingdom, 1944. So he was kind of a war baby.
Okay, but where did he grow up is the question.
I don't know. Probably Cincinnati. I'm going to say Cincinnati because he was there. Well, I'm going to say early life. Here we are. London, blah, blah, Jewish, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
London, Jewish.
Blah. Oh, Queens. He's from Queens, New York. That's why he had the New York accent. But, yes, mayor of Cincinnati, Ohio, got busted for paying a hooker in a check. And
Who pays in check?
I don't know. There are people. There's OnlyFans. You know, I'm fine with that. But when you're paying with a fucking check, you can't scrounge up $300 to go down to by fucking Great American Ballpark or whatever the fuck it was called back in the day. You fucking psycho. The hell, Jerry Springer. Love him. R.I.P. But yeah, that was the thing I'd always watch during like snow days. It was Jerry Springer and pro wrestling tapes my dad had. I'd watch like the same VHSs 5 or 6 times a day just because I loved the action on them. They were all from the 80s, the best era of professional wrestling ever.
The 80s? That's your...
Yeah.
No.
If you watch those promos, you want to be at the Omni. You want to be in St. Louis to watch Bruiser Brody beat up on Ric Flair at the Checker Dome. Like, all these different fucking promos. So good, dude. So good.
No, the 80s were not. I would say current era is better than the 80s at the moment.
No, it was the 70s and 80s were the best time for professional wrestling ever.
Absolute hot trash. Garbage take there, bud.
Nope.
Your opinion's shit, mate.
No, because we're 90s kids, but I have the idea of history on my fucking side. Home slice.
They weren't even the best selling era. If you're gonna go historically, blah, 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 like,
yeah, they did. They actually were. They were making millions of dollars a year, 52 weeks a year in the same cities in a lot of places, and making millions.
They made more money in the 90s though.
So what? It was also, that's inflation, bro. Like, that is to account for inflation. Even then, like, there were wrestlers making more than professional football players back in the 70s and 80s. That's why a lot of guys went to pro wrestling and fucking football instead of football. Because you could get paid on a weekly and make like $7,000 a month. Verified. I miss Tim too. But I have Tom, who is sexy and has beards. It's a better beard.
Yeah, I'm going with Paul here, dude. The Attitude Era was king. Current Era is not bad.
Nah, I'm good.
Dude, other than the Mega Powers exploding, give me one good storyline from the Golden Age.
From the Golden Age?
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes and Tully Blanchard was one of the better ones. Ole Anderson and Dusty Rhodes, another great one. That was the turn in, I think it was 81, maybe, for Ole Anderson in the Omnia Daddy. It'll never be over. Couldn't put me down with a steel-toed boot. Ole Anderson couldn't put me down with a steel-toed boot. It'll never be over. Like, fucking, you felt that shit. You felt it. It's hot
garbage. It wasn't good. They were all on steroids.
Nobody respects their elders. Nobody respect. Dude, barbed wire $10,000 ladder matches in football stadiums. How's that? How's that not bossy shit?
Then they just sold out a football stadium 2 nights in a row. Not a couple weeks ago.
Sell it out. They didn't sell it out.
They put 75,000 fans in the seats.
It was like
2 nights in a row.
No, it was like 80,000. It was 84,000. I will give them credit for the amount of people they put in, but it wasn't a sold out stadium. It was just. It was basically the same people had the tickets from last night came. It was like an AIW show sometimes. You have a tournament going on. A lot of people are going to be return business. That's how it is. Pro wrestling.
I'm just saying.
I love it. I know, but it's like pro wrestling to me. If it wasn't for pro wrestling, I wouldn't be into MMA.
I don't.
Ken Shamrock was my home slice.
I think the 80s was that good. I love Shamrock.
Me too. I want to get him on the show. Just haven't been able to get anybody from his management to get a hold of me.
Have you tried titling your email "Shamrock was my home slice"?
I wish. No, I wish I would put that in the subject line, but I didn't.
Yeah, that might get his attention.
Might. Shamrock was my home slice. Remember that time you took the chair shot flat from the Rock? That was awesome. That'd be me. That'd be Chris Farley.
You yell so loud, Ken. All the time. No, Ken Shamrock, dude, he's fucking loud.
Oh, yeah. He was awesome.
That was his whole gimmick. He just yells.
Yeah. Came out to dope music. That music was some of the best the WWE had ever produced. Was that Volume 4 album?
Oh, the 90s has way better music than current.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of who I think has actually good music right now. Roman's music isn't bad.
Yeah.
Sammy's music's not bad. Rollins has a banger.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Bobby Roode has the most perfect wrestling music, entrance music of all time.
One of my favorite moments ever is there's video of my friend Shauna who went to the Columbus card with us last year. Me, Tim, and a bunch of other people. And we went to the NXT at the Agora, and I got her to start singing the Glorious theme song. Glorious. It was so fun.
Oh, Shinsuke. Shinsuke's got choice.
It's a great theme song, but you can only listen to it so many times. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but I've stopped listening to it because I just heard it way too much.
Okay, so Austin and Rock is not the best rivalry.
It's up there, but it's not the greatest rivalry of all time.
No, it's top 10.
I'd say top 5. I'd say top 5.
Okay, I mean, I would
Cause you think about it in WWE history, yeah, it's one of the top 5 of all time. But of all time, I could see it being top 25, maybe on the 20-ish side.
I would say the greatest white rivalry of all time is Austin McMahon.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the bit that never ended. That was always the thing for the longest.
Single-handedly caused the second wrestling boom and saved WWE and put WCW out of business. What?
Oh no, I was just your phone was kind of shitty.
Oh, I was saying it basically it's got to be the most important because when you think about it, it's caused the second wrestling boom, the Attitude Era. It saved WWE and put WCW out of business.
Yeah, and see, to me though, if you want to go to me also, and I'm going to go to the 80s here, it was Piper Hogan, even in the 90s. You still felt that realism that those guys really didn't like each other at all.
I would say Brett and Shawn did it better than Piper and Hogan.
I would say if you really look at it, I would put Piper Hogan first, then Austin McMahon, and then Brett and Shawn would be that number 3 spot.
I'm not putting Hogan in any top 5 whatsoever for anything.
I get it, racism and all that.
No, it's not even that. It's Hogan objectively was just not good.
No, he wasn't, but he had charisma and sold shit. Like that. That was
Pasta-mania. Did he sell Pasta-mania? How'd that do? Eat your Wheaties.
You know what? I'm sad I can never go to the Mall of America and that be there. Like, I want to stand in the exact place where Pasta-mania was at the Mall of America and just be like, relic of old days.
I wish that Randy Savage was still around to actually see him beat up Hulk Hogan. Be a man, Hulk.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, Macho. Who's
got the better rap album, Randy Savage or John Cena?
John Cena. It's like comparing Eminem to like.
Don't even start because your opinion on Eminem is absolute garbage.
It's like pitting Eminem versus like Lil Wayne.
I will leave this fucking plot right now.
Lil Wayne is the Cadillac, the perfect. It's like a T-Pain.
You are the Geo Prism of rap opinions.
T-Pain, way better rapper than Eminem ever could be.
Mansion was with Canson.
Yes, goddamn right. Dan Bilzerian, who dat, throw that hoe like 2 stacks, hit it in the booty till them booty cheeks turn blue-black. It's the greatest rap line ever to be uttered onto, like...
God, your opinion is so horrible.
Ever. Dude, that is one of the most objectively funny lyrics ever. Like,
you're like one of the dudes that thinks that The Rock was good inside the ring.
I'm not. Again, you're talking about charisma versus skill. Like, he didn't have a lot. Again, WWE is appearances in tights. Like, they're not, they do their match and then they fucking go off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not, see, that's only some people, and that's not just exclusive to WWE.
I get that, but I don't think The Rock was the greatest wrestler of all time. Do I think he was one of the greatest personalities of all time? You goddamn right I am. But he wasn't great in the ring, so what? He had
like 4 moves, and he sold the stunner really well.
Yeah. He was athletic enough to be great. Like, that's the thing. Like, pro wrestling, I have seen some of the most trash wrestling I could possibly ever see at times.
I've watched AEW.
Believe it or not, AEW is better than some things I've seen before.
I'm just joking.
That I've paid like $30 to see in person. Good.
Orange Cassidy deserves to be undefeated.
Oh, no.
Orange Cassidy is the greatest wrestler of all time. Dude, that gimmick is hilarious and entertaining.
It's great. Yeah.
And the fact that when he wants to go, he can really go.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad. Cassidy,
chef's kiss, bro.
I am kind of glad they used Jane instead of that fucking song from Fight Club. Like, I was tired of, where is my mind? Like, I don't care. Fucking
also,
do something.
Can Kenny Omega and fucking Chris Jericho retire now?
I said it on Wednesday. I was watching AEW Dynamite on Facebook. Like, I got into it with this one local wrestling fan, and he was like, I said the worst dragon suplex I've ever seen in my life. Like, the single worst dragon suplex ever.
Him and Jericho just look like action figures that have been set out in the sun too long.
Yeah, one of them is the Incredible Melting Man from Action. What was that show? Kablam had him. The Action League Now.
Yeah.
God,
we get you sing your own theme song. Congratulations. Now let everyone else who's good on that roster do stuff. You, CM Punk, like all of you, just go away. Sting, why are you still wrestling in the year of our Lord 2023?
Hey.
Just let Darby Allin go be cool by him. Pair Darby Allin with Danhausen. That would be hilarious.
Yes, but you leave Sting alone, okay?
Oh,
you
no.
leave the
Stinger
alone.
gets it too. He can't run anymore.
So he can dive off of things and make at 60-something. I think he's become the new Terry Funk. Like, he's the new Terry Funk.
Don't say Terry Funk too many times. He'll come out of retirement again.
Goddamn, boy. I'm gonna jump off of this thing, and I'm gonna do a backflip.
You're gonna start seeing advertisements now. Terry Funk versus Sabu with special guest Sandman. Like, what is this? 2004 in Philly?
He just keeps repeating the same line from Roadhouse. You got balls of steel. Like, it's only fucking, oh my God, Terry Funk. I love Terry. Never met him, never saw him wrestle, sadly. But that was a guy I'd always wanted to watch as a kid, like, live. Never got the chance.
I prefer Chainsaw Charlie.
Stop it. Don't, no. No. No, Tommy Eckel. No.
Just fucking with you.
I know. But don't joke about that. Okay?
Don't you joke about that.
It happened once. All right? You don't know that it did, but it did somewhere. Somewhere. But do you watch Bare Knuckle at all?
No, but I did see the Mike, I can say the N-word Perry beat up fucking Luke Rockhold.
He broke his fucking teeth. Like, here, I'll show you. I showed the video earlier, but
I saw the picture. I saw Luke Rockhold's Instagram.
I'm starting to like Bear. Yeah. So, like, that fucking missing the tooth part right about here. Look like Frankenstein. Look like somebody put like the Batman or Batman 89 makeup on him for the Joker. Like, he looks like a Dick Tracy villain right now after that fight. Like, Mike Perry fucked him up.
Was McGregor really there?
Yeah.
You think McGregor's gonna bare knuckle box Mike Perry?
I want him to do one thing first: lose again in the octagon. Then go to bare knuckle and try and run the table in like the light heavyweight division, which is like 185. Go up to 185 and fucking go, bro. Like,
dude,
become a light heavyweight boxing champion.
I wouldn't want to get hit by that dude. He's got a lot of power in that left hand.
But Conor? No, that's why I want him to do it. Like, I want Conor McGregor to go to bare knuckle fighting at the tail end. Like, this is it. We're done after this. We've done everything else. I'm about to win a bare knuckle title. Let's go. Give him the old school Police Gazette belt. I want that belt around that red, white, and blue monstrosity right behind him. I love the fact that the Police Gazette gets behind bare knuckle fighting. So good.
Who's his next? He's fighting Michael Chandler next, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lose one more time in the octagon. Then
Michael
go to BKFC.
Fuck him up.
Here's the thing. Chandler is a wrestler at heart, yes, but like Conor can kickbox, which means he can shoot feet up the middle on this motherfucker and Tony Ferguson his ass, which I kind of want. I like Chandler, but whatever. This is going to be a fight I don't care about. This is going to be a fight I just want to see.
I've lost faith in Conor.
I have two. But I still stay
You'll
with
do
my
nothing.
Irish Prince.
You'll do fucking nothing.
He does nothing. You do fucking nothing. That's pretty much what we have now.
Dude, he's going to end up in WWE, and I hope they pair him with fucking...
No.
Why can't I think of his name now? Fucking Light Boy.
Oh, Sheamus?
No, not Sheamus.
Butch?
No, Judgment Day.
Oh, Damian Priest?
No, not Damian Priest. Finn Balor.
Oh, yeah. That'd be kind of funny.
Because I've always said that Finn Balor looks like somebody explained what Conor McGregor looked like to you from memory after only hearing it from somebody else.
That's awesome. I love Connor. I got to see him live when he was at the weigh-ins for UFC 285. Man, that was I did not expect that. And Rogan just hands the microphone over to Connor. And was like, and now here's my friend. I'm gonna hand the mic over to my friend Conor McGregor. And everybody's like, what the fuck? It was insanity.
I love Connor. I think Connor's hilarious.
He's one of the greatest shit talkers in MMA history. Him and Tito. Tito's Tito did not give a shit, but Connor does not give two fucks.
Connor's the second greatest shit talker in UFC history.
Chael Sonnen.
Yes, sir. Damn straight. You give the gangster his respect.
Oh, I do. He's on a different level, though. Like, he's a godfather.
Mr. Sonnen to you.
I would love to get him on just so I could have, like, a Chael Sonnen, what do you call that thing? Cadence off with him. Because he has that weird cadence where he's just like, and let me tell you about what's going to be happening. We're going to have John Jones over here, and then we're going to have Stipe over here. Now, how are they going to meet in the middle? I have the idea.
It's such a good Chael Sonnen impersonation. I love Chael. That dude cracks me up. Getting a fucking black belt from the Garrett brothers, like getting a toy in your Happy Meal. Like, that's hysterical.
He was great. And I loved him, especially when he was doing the Silva shit, where he was just
one no now. The fact that this doesn't get brought up enough, he performed a double leg takedown on Silva in flip flops and jeans.
Mm-hmm. He just had to go. That's how I just took him by the legs and pushed him, because I said I didn't want to be a part of it, Anderson or Vanderlei. I wanted to do it in the ring, but he didn't want that. You see,
I think GSP needs to be out there for his one time he tried to shit talk. I'm not impressed by your performance.
Oh my God, just a lackluster. I was not impressed by your performance. Like,
man, he was just like, "What the fuck? Did a train just hit me?"
If he would have started talking in French, because I remember actually getting shit talked in 8th grade by French Canadian hockey players, and they were pretty fucking ruthless while they were doing it. But, like, you hear them talking, like, English, you're like, you're a fucking loser. Like, French Canadians are the worst because they have that stupid Quebecois thing to them where, for some reason...
No. Unacceptable. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are both French Canadians, and neither one of them have that.
Sammy just has a regular, like, hoser accent where it's like, hey, we're going to go down and play on the rink there, you know, and...
His promo on the SmackDown before
Raw was fantastic, or WrestleMania was fantastic.
No, not WrestleMania. Before Women's match with Roman,
the Rumble,
Elimination Chamber. Because Rumble, he was still in the Bloodline.
Oh yeah, Elimination Chamber. You're right.
Yeah, but his promo where he literally the first 5 minutes is just them cheering for him, and he like,
oh hell yeah.
One of the greatest promos of all time, but the way he says "you're in my fucking house now" in French, perfect.
Yeah.
I need explanation of how he's Muslim. I was listening to him on a podcast earlier. He was like, "Yeah, people always think I'm white." He's like, "I'm Syrian. I'm Muslim."
Yeah, I mean, it's just there's gingers in every fucking thing, I guess. I don't know.
He's got a tinge of the ginge.
Although I do remember him, I'll never forget the first time I ever met him, where it was Sammy, and it wasn't like what the fuck, El Generico. He was wearing a white shirt from like Old Navy, Adidas, like. M-Dog, this is only for you. You'll probably get this. M-Dog 20 sweatpants. like the white Adidas with the red stripe on it. You remember M-Dog 20 from like the old Backyard Wrestling DVDs and shit? And he wrestles for like AIW and stuff now, luckily, thank God. But I just met him out of gimmick while I was doing camera for Dragon Gate back in the day. It was awesome. I got to see what he looked like out of fucking El Generico, and then get to watch him wrestle as El Generico and be the camera guy. Greatest night of my life. Greatest night ever.
It's a good old El Generico match with Kevin Steen there, the old OG Kevin Owens.
They weren't in the. I don't know. Kevin Steen came after El Generico in the AIW. Sadly. It was one of those things where we got like Kevin Steen for like a year in AIW. Like he just kept coming back. It was weird. I don't know. Like he just decided one day, yeah, I like the AIW and I'm gonna be over here, and it's gonna be fine.
Don't you know? I'm gonna wear basketball shorts as part of my attire. Don't you know? Give me some compression shorts underneath.
And I said to the booker, don't be a hoser, eh? Like why?
Yeah,
why you gotta?
Don't you know? Why are you upset that I steal all my finishers from famous wrestlers I like I liked growing up?
You take off, hoser.
The funny thing is he's Canadian, and at no point has he ever put someone in a thing before.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want him one time to quote a Mackenzie Brothers sketch on fucking Raw. That's all I want.
I want Jerry the King Lawler to apologize for saying the funniest but most racist shit I've ever heard in my life.
And that was?
Do you remember it was an early 2000s Raw, and William Regal came out and was trying to read Shakespeare in its entirety to the crowd? And then Austin comes out, doesn't say anything, stuns him, and goes back without ever saying anything. They never even turn his music off. He just comes out, walks down the ramp, stuns Regal, and then walks back up the ramp.
Okay.
Now, when Austin, if you get the chance, go look this up on YouTube. They haven't edited this out. And I don't know why. When Austin's walking down the ramp, JR goes, Shakespeare, Austin probably thinks that's an African dance.
It's not the most racist thing I've ever heard in pro wrestling. That actually goes to Jim Cornette. But it's not the most racist thing I've ever heard somebody say in a pro wrestling context ever. That goes to Jim Cornette when he talked about a black guy named Sonny King. And he goes, Sonny King, if you want to get in our business again, we're going to read you Roots backwards so it has a happy ending. Yeah, that was something said in 80s television.
That's terrible.
It's hilarious that like they couldn't say fucking shit, but yet you could fucking say that shit.
I want to meet the person that held up the sign at Nitro that said Goldberg eats corn the long way.
Yeah, that man needs to be found.
Oh, he needs his own medal.
Yeah, he does. At least a Purple Heart too, because that man's a hero.
They want us to talk about ECW.
I liked ECW. I mean, my dad bought the pay-per-views.
Paul, so one of the funniest things on TV I ever saw on TV was when he said it to John Cena.
And Booker
Vince
T
is like,
was
"What
on
up,
the
buddy?"
other side, yeah.
And Booker T's like, "Tell me he did not just say that."
What up, my? No, like that was. Oof. I watch that one every once in a while to remind myself of how much of a piece of shit Vince McMahon really is. That he would do that, but like,
was anyone surprised when he got outed as a total piece of shit?
No. There's been stories for fucking years. If you followed the shoot interview circuit, like I did, I for a while bought shoot interviews on DVD just so I could hear them talk about Vince McMahon. Like, all I wanted was Vince stories. Like, give me how much of a piece of shit he was. And I can't believe he's technically Dana's boss. He's technically Dana White's boss in the Endeavor.
How is he I thought that they were two separate entities under the same umbrella corporation.
There's a board that's gonna that's gonna be the Endeavor board, and Vince is a chair on that board, which means he's an executive chairman on that board. So
honestly, I don't think he will be for long.
Well, yeah, he's gonna retire soon, but he wanted to keep control of whatever WWE was until, Stephanie knows more about the fucking business to run it on the business end.
Honestly, they should fire him right now. They're gonna lose so much keeping him on board.
Yeah, I see him staying on pretty much until he croaks.
I hope he gets fired.
I don't know. They just paid him a lot of billions. Here's
the thing, though. Here's the thing is, Drew's going to leave at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a thin female talent pool, and I think Bayley's going to walk at the end of the year too. I think Bayley's going to walk when her contract's up. Yeah. So you've lost 2 of the 4 horsewomen.
Okay.
Raw, he ruined the best angle they had going.
Yeah.
They're going to ruin Cody.
They've already done that.
They haven't yet. If they let him beat Brock and then go after Roman, I understand that. But they're not going to do that. I guarantee they're not going to do that. They're going to try and give him that new belt as a consolation prize, which should be put on Seth, because Seth has been their workhorse for almost 10 years. It is the closest thing they've had to Shawn Michaels since Shawn retired.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing with WWE, man.
They need to let Triple H run the shit.
They're like politicians, and their fans are like the opposite party. The opposite of what the other party wants is not what they're gonna do, ever. Like, they don't listen to the fans. They have shit planned out 7 months in advance at times, and you're like, fuck this. I don't want to be anywhere near this goddamn bullshit. Like, what you brought to me is horse shit. Why?
I just think that Vince is out of touch. He still thinks that he can find him another Hulk Hogan, or he's out of touch. And he's got such depth on his roster.
Yeah.
LA Knight should be a fucking superstar right now.
Yeah, they don't get him.
Yeah. Oh, all right. No, let me talk to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I get frustrated whenever I talk about wrestling anymore, because it's just like, none of it's good. None of it's really good.
The Bloodline storyline was really, really good for a while.
It was. But they fucked that up after, like, it should have been the breakdown of the fucking organization after WrestleMania, where Cody won the world titles. They fucking left him flatter than a plate full of piss, to quote Jim Cornette. Like,
apparently, though, that this was the long-term plan. Cody knew this the whole time.
Ugh.
So at least they did it without, like...
And it was a good match.
We'll see. And if they lose Bayley, I'm just gonna be upset. She's my favorite.
Well, you gotta hit the pasture sometime.
Listen, Pamela Martinez is the perfect woman.
Oh man,
I'll die on that hill.
No, Bayley's hot. Don't get me wrong.
It's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than that. Like, Liv Morgan's hot. Bayley is a gift.
I will say this. One of the highlights of my wrestling fandom because I thought this broad was hot, was I got to sit in front of Angelina Love for an entire wrestling show.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like Crimson from the NWA. He was also in TNA for a while as Crimson.
Huh.
Real name's Tommy Mercer, or at least that was the name he went on the indie, like when he was doing indies all the time. That's how
Mercer,
he got.
is he one of the four brothers?
Well, him and SJK had or Corey Graves had a really great feud in AIW for a while. Fucking amazing, actually. But she was fucking him at the time, and she just came to a random AIW show at a church gym one day. And I look behind my friend Mitch. I looked at my friend Mitch and just go, "Is that fucking Angelina Love behind me?" He was like, "Yeah, that's Angelina Love." I'm like, "Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here!"
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I waited till intermission to get a photo with her, just because I'm like, I'm not gonna be a total scuzzball and be like, "Can I get a photo?"
Yo, check out my boulder body.
Yeah, check out my fat. And that's actually, I was pretty thin back then. I was still kind of a god at the time physically. So after I started stopping working out, that's when I stopped completely. Just gave up. It was my early 20s. Yes, I'm drinking Budweiser because it's not Bud Light.
You're one of those.
God, no. I don't give a fuck. I actually addressed that earlier. Somebody in the chat was like, "Are you drinking the Bud?" I'm like, "Yeah, because it's cheap."
Yeah, no one drinks Anheuser-Busch because they like the taste. They drink because it's inexpensive.
Exactly. Like this case with tax was like $28, but it's one of like the big bottle fucking things with all the shit on it. So no, I don't care what transvestite or fucking trans woman's fucking on the thing. It doesn't matter. I don't buy it for the fucking political views. I buy it because I get drunk. And I don't have probation, so haha.
And on that note, I'm gonna step out.
All right, buddy.
Sir.
I'm gonna go.
Enjoyable.
Yep, absolutely. Good seeing you, baby.
Love you.
And I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Tommy Eckel, everyone. I think it's about time we run down the card. Thursday, I'm going to try and get a guest host as well. But light makes you turn trans, Ray. Haven't you heard the news? Who says I already haven't? Who said that my real name wasn't Renee? You don't know that. But yeah, thanks, Tommy, for being here. Let's run down the card real quick. Just because I'm going to screen share this and we'll head home. And I might actually play Redfall on the Scally Bandit Twitch tonight. I think I downloaded it. If I haven't, I'm going to download it real quick and do that. Hopefully I can get that going. But yeah, I might do that as well. If I can't really, then I'll just play some Fortnite. You guys can come bother me. But Song Yadong, I love the fact they just call him Song. Like, come on, man. It should be Yadong. Like, open it up to what it is. If his first name is Yadong Song, which it's not, it still sounds like the Thong Song. It's like, Yadong, da dong, dong, dong. Like, it's exactly where it should be. All right? But took on Ricky Simone. Yadong, I went 6 for 5, by the way. Didn't win money, but I did an 11 pick parlay for the entire card because there was 11 people or 11 fights on the card. So I just decided to do it. Went 6 for 5 on my picks. Picked Yadong to win. So at least I was right on that. Performance of the night bonus for him. And Yadong, I think he should fight top 5. Why not? Put him against a top 5 guy after the performance he had. Fucked Ricky Simone up. Got the submission. And, Yadong kind of kept his spot against the number 10 guy. And, Yadong is Yadong's stiff competition. Waka waka. Let's move down. Rockhold took out Michal Olenjachuk in the second round. Got the submission really deep on the rear naked choke. So this was, I believe, his debut fight in the UFC. Because I know that they pushed some of these fights to this card. And this was a performance of the night. Really good strangulation by Cade. And then let's move down and talk about Rodolfo Vieira getting fucked up and coming out of it to get the win, submission victory. And he beat Cody Brundage. I think I had Rodolfo on my ticket, so I think that was one of my wins. And then this Fernando Padilla kid. Fuck, son. He, although, I'm going to say this, Chris Taione, I don't think Chris Taione should referee anymore. Like, being honest, like, that was a very quick stoppage. He got dropped a few times, did Rosa. But I think it was an early stoppage. I really do. And but Fernando Padilla definitely beat some ass. Marcos Rodrigo de Lima won by unanimous decision. Josh Quinlan, this piece of shit. And we'll end the show on this. This piece of fucking shit. I don't like Josh Quinlan, and if anybody wants to clip this and send this to Josh Quinlan, I think you're a piece of shit for keeping your UFC contract after being outed for using steroids. You man bun wearing motherfucker. You couldn't fight a kid who's a really good kid in Logan Urban. You couldn't fight him clean. So I'm glad you lost. I want you to know. I want you to know badly. I'm happy you lost this fight and got your face rearranged by Trey Waters. Like, the fact that this guy still has a UFC contract with the man bun he has after using steroids, you're a piece of shit. And I'm, as a person who loves Logan Urban and it loves seeing him when he's at the gym, he's injured right now. But for you to fucking ruin his Dana White Contender Series fight by using steroids, you, Josh Quinlan, are a piece of shit, and I'm glad you lost. I'm glad he fucking lost. Like, it really pissed me off, dude. Like, what the fuck? You're going to fucking rob some kid in his 20s of a good experience in the UFC? Yeah, he would have taken the loss on the chin. But the fact that that motherfucker used fucking roids to beat Logan Urban is despicable. And he shouldn't have a UFC contract. He should be cut. I want him to be cut. I don't care if he's past other fucking thing. He got that contract based off a fucking lie, and fuck, I hope he's fed to the wolves from here on out for the rest of his contract. I really do. I hate Josh Quinlan. And with that, we're going to end the show. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Tommy Eckel for being on the show. Ray, I'm planning on going live next week. Please consider joining me on my stream. Send me a join link, and I'll definitely be there. Pulse, hit me up on Instagram, and yeah, feel free. I'll join. I'll get drunk with you. Let's party, baby. All righty. I will talk to you guys on Thursday to discuss UFC 288. Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Triple C Cejudo. Will Henry Cejudo regain his UFC 135 championship? We shall see. And for everybody here, Bro Plata, we appreciate you guys for watching as always. And have a good night, guys.